Tonight, I am recording the second video to connect with my church family. And today I want to direct my words more specifically to our young people, which did an amazing job this last Sabbath as they led out in worship and AY and just an amazing, unforgettable Sabbath. So today I want to talk a little bit about our church history again, like I did last week, but today we'll talk a little bit about our pioneers. You know, when we look at the pictures in our Adventist books that talk about our movement, we usually see these pictures of old men with solemn faces, long beards, you know what I mean. But they were young ones, and actually when we study our church history, we discover that many of our pioneers were teenagers. We can talk like about Ellen Harmon White, John Lumborough, J.N. Andrews, Uriah Smith, John Harvey Kellogg. They were young, vibrant. They were on fire for God. Just an amazing fact that we need to review these young people that started our movement. Were really dedicated to God, and they did their best to follow His will. So let's talk a little bit about a few of them. Let's talk about Ellen Harmon, which we know as Ellen White. We know when she got married, she took on her husband's last name. But she was only 17 when she received her first vision from God. Imagine that. She received the vision. She was afraid that no one would listen to her. But she didn't make any excuses. She accepted God's will, even though that, she was young, she was sick, she was female, and God used her as a prophet. Isn't that amazing? John Lumborough, he was the first Seventh-day Adventist per se at 16 years of age. He joined the Seventh-day Adventist movement. When he turned 17 years old, though, he became a preacher. Imagine that. That was just something incredible. He started giving tracts out. He started visiting people, sharing his faith. So imagine, before he was 18, he was an evangelist, giving seminars and winning many souls to God. John Nevins Andrew, or J.N. Andrews, he was one of our major leaders in the Seventh-day Adventist Church. He was only 26 years old when he discovered many of the things that we now teach as far as the interpretation of Revelation. He was already a theologian at 26 years of age. Even later on, between the ages of 31 and 35, he chaired many committees of our church. He was in front of the organization of our church's publishing house in Battle Creek, and he became later on our first missionary across the sea. We can talk about Uriah Smith, an incredible writer, an incredible leader, pioneer of our church, only 23 years of age when he was the editor of our publishing house, the Review and Herald. And, we can talk a lot about him, but let's mention a little bit about Dr. John Harvey Kellogg. We know that he left the church later on, but in his early years, when he was only 23 years of age and graduated from medical school, he started working in Battle Creek in our institution, where he became its leader for 67 years. Imagine that. Amazing. So we can talk a lot about the young people and our pioneers, which gave form to our movement, but we can't leave out two young guys. We're talking about Luther Warren, only 14 years old, Harry Fenner, 17 years old, that began the AY Society. Isn't that amazing? That was around 1891. So young people, you were not only a key element in beginning the Adventist movement, you're a key element today. So serve God with all of your heart. Make sure that your life impacts others, and serve this amazing church. God bless you, and we'll be doing the third video next week.